don't like being recorded.
Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to a very special episode. It's a hallmark for me, number 150, y'all. Number 150 episode. Thank you. With that said, this is your midweek memo, and as always, this one is more of motherfuckers just shooting the shit together and just, doing what we do on the gun line. We got representation from the FDC over here by Mr. Lopez Squared, Lopez the Second. We got our NCO, Lee Hunt. And then we got our brother from another mother, Dowden, Baby D. And of course, you got me, your chief, Lopez. With that said, I'd like to thank you all for being here. And surprise, now I have my old lady here. Hi, wife. Hi. Hold on, y'all.
I'd call Hunt Chief before I call you Chief.
Oh, babe, come give me a kiss because they're showing off in the camera.
Oh, this motherfucker. What the fuck?
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Let me kiss babe.
For those that aren't watching, Lee Hunt just gave his loved one his kiss, which was his right hand.
Yeah, about to get hot tonight.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the video I sent you where the dude was like crying in his hand? It's like, how much more you want from me?
I haven't seen that one. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on to the gun line where we shoot the shit like we did in the past. As you can see, we're already getting into it. Y'all, thank y'all for being here today on this very momentous occasion. Hunt, please fill us in on your day. You were talking about it pre-podcast. I wanted you to pause because I think that this is one of those stories that the world needs to hear.
All right, so once again, man, like you said, very special congratulations to you, man. 150 episodes, man. You do this shit strong, man. You do it faithfully. Hey, shout out to you, man, because I tried to do it and I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You got the juice. But yeah, man, so here I am, right? I'm minding my black ass business. And so long story, I'm trying to wrap it up. So our teacher, she was a little late today. She had trouble, man. Her tire got fucked up or whatever. She was about an hour late. Boom, no problem. We went and we started making molds and shit. I got my crown already ready for tomorrow. So we go back to the classroom. Teacher's still on the phone trying to get her situation straight or whatever, right? One of the other male students goes to the desk where the teacher's at, and he's just like looking around her shit or whatever. She's like, excuse me, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to get this. She's like, well, I don't want anybody up in my stuff. You know what I'm saying? She was very polite, professional. And he said something smart. She was like, well, I don't care. I don't want nobody in my stuff. She winds up leaving, going to get the director. The director calls the student out. Like, they're in the hallway. Now, these gaggling, cackling hyena females that are in this class, they're like, oh, she was wrong for that. She shouldn't have did that. Like, he was just trying to get this, that, and the third. Right? Kind of talking loud anyway. And they just kept making a big deal about it. So the director comes in, our teacher comes in, our teacher grabs her stuff and she leaves. And the director's like, hey, I decided to give, your instructor the rest of the day off. Like, and the instructor's like, she was hurt about the whole situation. And she was like, she was hurt that, people were may have been encouraging the student to go up there and get it. Now, all that, I'm going to bring all that around, right? So the instructor the head dental lady leaves. So I closed the door and I'm like, listen, y'all. I was like, y'all are fucked up. Like, y'all said that shit loud. And I was like, y'all know these walls are paper thin. I was like, the teacher's outside anyway. I was like, how many of y'all, I was like, raise your hand. Like, how many of y'all are literally on your phones talking and shit when she's giving lecture? I was like, how many of y'all got y'all pods in and shit, listen to music while she's giving lecture, while she's talking? I was like, she bought all this shit for us last semester to have a end of semester party. Y'all didn't even chip in to buy her flowers like we were supposed to. Damn. And I was like, and y'all got the balls to talk about she was wrong for this, that, and the third. I was like, she let y'all go early. She constantly getting shit for us. I was like, y'all are wrong as shit. And then they want to be like, yeah. But it was like one in particular, like, I know she wanted to say some shit. And I was like, I hope she doesn't, because I'm not finna go back and forth with a woman, especially a fucking 19-year-old. Like, it's probably a 19-year-old. Like, it's just like so fucked up that they don't realize, like, this teacher literally, we get away with a lot of shit in that class that we shouldn't get away with.
this girl who the 19-year-old who had a bit of a mouth on her.
Mhm.
If you don't mind me asking,
Oh,
what was
shit.
her race?
She is Italian.
Oh shit. Okay, you shut me up on that one.
Yeah, yeah. She's a fucking Italian.
Yo,
I was
that
gonna
one
say
right
because
there.
we had a discussion about angry black women's attitudes.
That's something else we'll talk about. We'll talk about that later. But yes, but it's like, y'all shut the fuck up. Like, our teacher literally lets us get away with fucking murder. And y'all want to talk this shit. She was wrong, this, that, and the third. She catches heat when motherfuckers leave early.
Dude, hold up. So what was so important that they wanted to get?
It was it was like one of the worksheets. It was a fucking worksheet.
Really? That
Yeah.
was the important piece of paper, was a worksheet.
And our shit ain't even due to like 1:00 Thursday. That's when all of our shit is due. And that's when she has to put our shit in for grades. And like, she was coming back. Excuse me.
You know, that just shows you where society is at nowadays, as far as like fucking no respect for authority or no respect for, I mean, at the end of the day, she's gonna get paid regardless, and y'all motherfuckers that are going to school are the ones paying for it. So, but I can understand her privacy. You know, if she asked y'all, "Don't go near my shit," don't go near my shit.
Yeah.
You know, why is
And
that
then
so
the dude
difficult?
said, yeah, he just said something smart too. And I'm like, dude, when he came back to the seat, I was like, yo, you wrong for that, brother. But once again, like, I'm even older than my teacher by like maybe 2-3 years.
How old is this
And the
young
old,
man?
he may be 19 years, 19, 20. And the only other person that actually was like, had the balls to say shit, she was another woman. It was another female. But guess what? Fucking veteran. And she was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, y'all are fucking wrong as shit. She was like, y'all don't know what's about to happen. She was like, she's about to change all this shit up. Like, all that niceness, her letting y'all get away with this shit. She's like, oh, that shit done tomorrow.
What was that, Dowden?
But that shit's out the window now. She's gonna come back tomorrow, fucking. On you.
That's
Y'all
what
Well,
happened.
sit down and
Go
shut
ahead.
the fuck
Hold
up.
on. Go ahead, Lopez.
in my opinion, the reason why those kids are like that is probably because she's so lenient, so nice, and you and the other veteran have probably had that that foundation built up to already be respectful, and you'll understand that what she's doing, she could be doing differently, but she's doing it like that because she cares about you guys. And the other ones, they probably think that they can take advantage of her, and that's probably why they did that.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw that when I was in college too, when I was going for paramedic school, and a lot of the young kids did a lot of stupid shit like that. Didn't appreciate the good stuff.
It's a trip because just thinking of myself in a section chief position, you know, I always came in a bit with a bit of a strong hand because it's always easier to go from asshole to calm and cool than being calm and cool and then being the asshole because it's people won't take you as serious. In this situation, what it sounds like is that they took her kindness for a fucking weakness. And you know, these kids they don't know how this person could affect their future, you know, because I'm guessing in charge of y'all grades, and she could make or break your career that you don't have yet.
Bro, like, I would give it y'all offline about this shit. Like, it's literally, when I say they took this shit for advantage, like, I put it this way: you literally just have to turn in some shit, and you will get 100.
Damn,
I'm like, yo, that shit is out the fucking window.
That type of shit, dude. It's amazing to me how these kids are easily fucking just
Self-entitled.
influenced. They're just influenced by society to make them believe they can do whatever the fuck they want. You know, look at Tekashi 6ix9ine, the snitch. This motherfucker runs around on his music videos acting like a fucking nut and fool, and you know, kids mimic that. They think they can go ahead and do that, and that's what's fucking influencing our children nowadays. Y'all like that segue? Y'all like that segue?
Yes,
how
I did.
into music? Yeah,
I did.
yeah, that shit. Yeah. So you know,
Oh, you're right. You're spot on.
And that's what brings me into today's fucking main conversation point: music, and how society usually is influenced by the music that's out there, but also music is influenced by society itself. For example, you take the 60s when, you know, the hippie era, the fucking protest music, going on against the Vietnam War, you know, it led how they just one into another, you know what I'm saying? As well as with the civil rights movement. And you got like singers like Marvin Gaye, you know, What's Going On. God damn, that's one of my favorite songs too. And it's just how society can be influenced by the music that's being out there, being played out there. So for example, Dowden, what is your type of music like that you fall back on? Like what's Dowden's default music?
My default music is like 90s rap and shit like that, because that's what I grew up on. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say Mike Jones.
Like, oh yeah, you know, hey, 90s hip hop. I love that shit.
Wow. Okay, so see me, you just blew my motherfucking mind, because I thought you were gonna say some kind of fucking, you know, country music that you grew up with or something like that.
Is it because I'm white? That's
honestly
cool.
Yes. I keep it 100, baby. Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought, you know, being from Arkansas, I thought, you know,
I grew up in a town that was like, I was the white guy was the minority in that town, okay?
All right. Well, you just blew my mind. All right. Well, let's go to see if I get another motherfucking Morty's mind blower here. Lopez, what's your kind of music you listen to?
Generally, all types of rap, hip hop, R&B, reggaeton, salsa, bachata, merengue.
See, that's what I was figuring, you know, being East Coast, New Yorker type.
Yeah.
You know, I figured reggaeton would be your type, and possibly some hip hop in there, but reggaeton mostly. And, you know,
It's mostly hip hop. It's mostly hip hop.
Yeah, well, that's because you're Americanized too, though.
Yeah.
You're from Jersey, so I can see that. Hunt, do I even need to ask?
He likes everything.
Yeah, man. What's another funny story I can tell you? Default,
yeah.
It is like, I don't know, man. Default is gonna be, I guess it's gonna be some Texas. It's gonna be my screw music. Which another funny story. Some shit happened fucking Sunday. Like the shit we was talking about that I told you about, yo.
Yo, that's right. What was happening with that, if you don't mind telling the story?
Oh, so this happens to do with music too. So I am a firm believer in exercising my constitutional rights, and I carry my constitutional right. But this one day, I didn't exercise my constitutional right. We had just got off the podcast. I was in a rush. I'm like, boom. I need to run up to the store and get some cream cheese for these goddamn smoked queso. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave my constitutional rights at home. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure everybody's reading between the lines, right? Yeah. And like, I'm listening to my music, and it is my Texas music, and somebody's out there trying to sell CDs. And I have my windows down, I have my sunroof up. I am cruising. I am feeling great. Dude is like, you want to buy a CD? I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. He was like, you need to listen to some new shit and listen to the old shit. And I was like, well, I'm from Texas. You know what I'm saying? I like my old music. I parked my car, and dude is like, oh, bitch ass nigga. He's like, I can't wait till I make it big. I'm gonna make a song about all you bitch ass niggas here in Texas. And I was like, good, I'll buy it. You know what I'm saying? And like, he just looked at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, so what's going on? What we finna do? And I was like, and I got to thinking about it. I was like, man, that shit could have went ugly, man. That shit literally could have went ugly over a fucking CD, over a goddamn CD. My car don't even have a fucking CD player. It's just straight Bluetooth. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I can't get jiggy with this. What the fuck am I doing with this? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, first of all, who still has CDs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That should even
everybody uploads their music now.
Right?
I don't know. I still got like 5 or 6 CDs in my truck that are like my go-tos.
I mean, as far as artists just they upload their stuff to SoundCloud, iTunes, and all that stuff.
I mean, shit. He could just get his ass on YouTube and become YouTube famous. Look at that motherfucking white boy, dude. What's his name? I love this white boy.
McDonald.
Yes.
Tom McDonald.
Yeah, Tom McDonald is the shit, bro.
Is that the guy with all the tattoos and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, he's got some fucking, if y'all ain't heard him, y'all
He's
need to go.
counterculture rapper. He's a counterculture rapper.
And you know, he's definitely influential as well. I think he's very influential. He's he has a lot of songs out there that make people think or make people
It's counterculture.
hate him.
it's counterculture. So what he does is he makes records that goes against what you see in mainstream hip hop, mainstream media, and stuff like that. So he's kind of the bad guy in his own scenario.
Right.
Where he raps about the opposite of what other people rap about. You know, he raps about more conservative things when most rappers are liberal and things like that.
Well, I mean, not even just conservative, just even in society itself, you know, and he gets a lot of flack because he's a white boy. You know what I'm saying? And let me ask y'all something. Is white boy a racist term? Could that be looked at like the discrimination term?
You got to ask the white boy. I don't know.
The white man, this white man, I don't care if you call me white boy, cracker, honky, redneck,
colonizer.
Don't call me trailer trash because I'm not saying.
Colonizer. Oh, God.
Lee Hunt, you hush your mouth.
But not like,
it wasn't me, okay? I didn't do that shit.
I just trip out on, I mean, how do y'all think, I mean, in your views, how do you think music has shaped America and its culture? Do any of you have any opinions on that?
Sure.
Go ahead.
You can see going back to the 80s, NWA, Fuck the Police, and how that sparked up after the Rodney King stuff. And I mean, Lil Baby, you know, he did a BLM song and a performance at BET. And I think more so what they do is they run with the mainstream narrative and they kind of solidify that opinion for people. And so people who can relate, they gravitate to it. Because I don't think F the Police was anything people didn't already feel. It just gave them a voice and it said it for them. And so I think music like that all the time, like Eminem with the anti-Trump freestyle at the BET Awards. Eminem played a big role in Biden winning Michigan. So I think that they have power and they use it. They use it smartly, I think.
I want to double tap a little bit on Fuck the Police. So Fuck the Police, that came out in 1988. All right, 1988, y'all. And like you said, I don't think a lot of people knew or heard it as much until the whole, you know, Rodney King shit that occurred, which happened in what, 91-ish, 92, 91, I think it was.
You got a part of me. I might be getting the timeline.
No, you're cool.
I was born in 89.
God damn, y'all young motherfuckers.
I was born in 84, so.
God damn. So I was 11 years old when that song came out. So, you know, and I think about it now.
Damn.
Yeah, and you know, that was an anthem that was playing back there because I grew up on those same streets. So I gravitated to NWA, you know, because I am a child of the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying? So I remember, to me, hearing NWA, there you go.
Ooh,
for those that don't know, Lee Hunt is drinking his 1800. But you know, I grew up in the era listening to that, and to us, it was like what they will call on that movie reality rap. That's what we called it, you know, and because that was the reality of what was going on around our neighborhoods. Compton ain't nothing but about a mile away from where I grew up at. Watts was literally a couple of blocks to my west, and Inglewood was to the east of me. I was smack dab in the middle of South Central. So that's the type of music that I default to. And, you know, at that moment in time, it was for the police brutality that was prominent and was under reported or it was not being shown on the news as much as it is now. Nowadays, God forbid, you know, somebody arrests justifiably a person of color, as they call them, and you know it's on video and it's over. You know that's just gonna be all. But we're not talking politics today.
No. There are some cases where you can say unequivocally that the police were unjustified.
That's the
problem today. The problem today is it's just that it just seems like they want to pick up everything and run with everything, you know. And some may not, and it invalidates some of the ones that were unjustified.
So back to
not to get political real quick, but I was just gonna say, like, I hate the word the POC. I hate that shit.
Bro,
that's the PC term. That's the one you're supposed to use.
Nah, bro.
According to culture.
Okay, and I'm gonna double tap on that as well. Our forefathers or grandfathers fought to not be called colored, and now you call yourself a
Thank
person
you.
of color.
Thank
I
you.
What
agree.
the fuck? Now, not only on that note, but last time I checked, white is a color. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It's really a shade. It's really a shade.
right? You know,
So is black.
That's all.
Welcome to the POC, Dowden. You're invited to the barbecue.
There you go.
You go.
You better bring the motherfucking games.
Do I get an award or maybe a necklace?
No,
or
just come in bumping that 90s hip hop.
Yeah, you good to go.
You know what?
They're like, who's this fat white guy?
Bro, if there was somebody ever that was influenced by hip hop culture in the army,
Yo, don't do it. Don't do
it was
it.
motherfucking Sergeant Ariano.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere
Oh, I
else.
thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Yep. I know who you were thinking about.
Oh, y'all talking about Bricker? Oh, we talking about Bricker here? Oh man, do tell. Okay, Bricker, you getting shit on today. It sounds like Bricker was definitely he was a great guy. He is a great guy. I don't know. I'm talking in past tense. You know, that boy was definitely confused at the time, but you know, he had a lot of issues going on in his life as well. You know, looking for that familiarity, looking for that acceptance. I think you know what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna speak for Bricker.
Yeah, no one's shitting on him. Like me and Dowden used to party with Bricker all the time on 6th Street. So it's not we're shitting on him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it's not shitting per se. It's just talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I miss 6th Street. That's a crunk place.
This motherfucker said crunk. All right, I thought I was old, bro.
Man, we used to go down there. We used to go down there. We used to walk inside a particular bar, and as soon as we walked in, they had 4 horsemen ready for us, already ready to go.
Yeah,
that drink.
Yeah, man, it was great days.
If you could think of like a song that you think encapsulates what American culture or what would have taken American culture at that time, what song would it be? And what era would that be from?
That's a great question.
That's kind of too deep for me.
Damn, really? It's too deep? All right.
Well,
how about Born in the USA? Born in the USA is a song that came out in the early to mid 80s, right? And a lot of people think that that's like a fucking song of, yeah, righteous fucking American. It's actually a protest song if you hear it. You know, I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard the lyrics.
Who's the artist? I'm not even sure. I've probably heard it, but I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Bruce Springsteen, bro.
I was going to go with Bob's.
Isn't he from Jersey too? But no, I never heard it.
So Born in the USA, I want y'all to go. If you haven't heard it before, it's a story of a kid that grows up in, you know, pretty much working class America, gets into some shit as a youngster. It was either go to war or go to jail, goes to Vietnam, comes back, and has difficulties readjusting to the U.S.
I'm gonna have to read the lyrics because I know the song, but I never thought that too far into it.
Because everybody only hears the Born in the USA part. So
no, I hear the rest of it too, but that's, you know, obviously the predominant part.
Well, I mean, you know, but that's one I think encapsulates that period when you have a lot of Vietnam vets that were coming back and were having difficulties. You know, I mean, think about it. The war had just been over just a couple of years. No, not a couple. It's been over about a decade, but still readjusting, you know, 19-year-old, now a 29-year-old readjusting had to be difficult, you know? So that was one. I think What's Going On is another one by Marvin Gaye that takes in the civil rights era time. And it's crazy, dude, like how different subcultures have different music. You know, okay, for example, skinheads. You ever heard oi music? That is some fucking hardcore music.
You said that, right? I want to circle back around to that, but here's one. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this.
All right, well, while he's getting things set up.
I like how it pauses when he flips it back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I like this song.
You need to stop. You need to stop it. Stop it. Because if not, it's gonna get fucking tagged on my fucking thing. And You know, I won't be able to
Lee
fucking.
Hunt's gonna get the page taken down.
Yeah, for real, dude. They'll
It's
fucking
okay. Just say you don't know the copyrights to it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Is that what the secret is?
No, it's not. But people think that.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, that song right there. If you even hear that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, Dowden? You hear that song?
Peace.
Vietnam. What did you say, Lopez?
The movies from that era.
You know what comes into my brain? A Huey helicopter fucking flying low over the jungles of Vietnam, bro. It just Vietnam. And that song there, that's another one. It's a protest song. It's an actual protest song. You know what I'm saying? CCR, beautiful song. And just so you know, we can't hear a goddamn thing you saying over there, brother.
Oh,
there we go. I'm back. I'm back, bitches.
You know, but yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy how, and also it's because music, I think it can alter your fucking mood, man.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you know, and not alter just the mood of you, but also of a society. And it could fucking trigger shit to happen, you know, like I'm trying to think of an example of it, but
so here's
shit.
a good example.
I can give you an example from my high school. Like my high school years. So I'm young, you guys know this, but when I was in high school, that's kind of the wars were going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. And of course, the greatest rapper of all time, Eminem. I know Hunt's gonna laugh at that, but he made the song called Mosh, and it was a protest song to George Bush.
Right.
And it was about the war. And you know, I mean, even the music video behind it was like animated, and it was like, you know, people from America moshing together, stomping up to the White House,
right,
calling out Bush by name, telling him that we're not going to stop until you bring the troops back from war. We don't want to fight for your oil and stuff like that. So it leads to the perception of, okay, we were over there fighting for oil and not WMDs and stuff like that. And that encapsulates that time frame from like when I was in high school and the shit that was going on at that point with the war.
Right.
You know, so
yeah,
that's a good example for me, I think, because I can't relate to these older songs, but
right,
things like that. There's a lot, especially in hip hop. There's a lot of songs like that where they would encapsulate something going on in that time frame. I'm waiting for all the COVID ones to come out.
Oh, bro, my Corona. Boom, 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 boom.
I've already heard somebody do a rendition of that one already. It's pretty fucking funny.
They did?
Yeah, somebody's already done it. I don't know if it was a radio show or something, but they already had a rendition of it. It's pretty fucking funny.
God damn it. Well, how about you, Hunt? What comes to your mind? What do you have like influential in your era? Let's say you're a 90s kid, kind of.
Oh, screw music, man. Well, yeah. I grew 80s baby, 90s raised, but definitely screw music, man. If we're gonna talk about like I said before, man, like June 27th. Like that is, I will listen to all 30 plus minutes of that fucking song. You know what I'm saying?
How many minutes?
30 plus minutes, man. It's like 33,
damn.
35
So
minutes.
I gotta look up this song. What's it
Enlighten
called?
us.
It's June 27th.
Can you enlighten us?
Yeah, so what it is, it's like it's Big Mo and it's a couple other people, and it's just like a freestyle. So it's like 30-minute freestyle with Big Mo coming in, other people coming in, Big Mo coming back in, other people coming in, and it's like it. Pete knows exactly. I guarantee you, Little Pete know exactly what I'm talking about, man. He listens to that shit. He got to. Like if I was to play the opening of it, you probably would know what it is, Lopez.
Probably.
But like that and screw music, man. Because like real quick before, because I only got 5 minutes left. In Kentucky, when I came back from Iraq in 2004, like went to the Kentucky Derby, motherfuckers really wasn't playing screw music around there like that. But I had my badass Grand Am with my 18-inch rims, and I was motherfucking man. I was banging screw back then. The motherfuckers was like, "What the fuck are you listening to, man?"
Right. Well,
but screw took off.
Yeah. Dude, what about you, Dowden? What era, what music reminds you of when you were growing up?
Like 2000s hip hop and rap, but mainly like obviously where I was from, a lot of that shit come out of Memphis. So like 3 6 Mafia and shit like that. Listen to a lot of that fucking shit.
How do you think it influenced you and in which ways?
I don't know. It was just good music. I wasn't big in the country or anything else, and that's what, you know, kind of I was drawn. I listened to a lot of rock and shit like that too back in those days, but that was just kind of, you know, you had to day. You could listen to fucking 3-6 Mafia, get you feeling good. You could go out and go get fucked up or do whatever you needed to do.
Dude, it's a trip. Like, for me growing up, also, one of the biggest influences in music for me was oldies. And when I say oldies, I'm not talking about these bubblegum oldies that they play on the fucking radio. I'm talking about some fucking lowrider oldies that are hard to fucking find because it's like, I guess people call them like cholo oldies, but dude, that right there, it's the music that I can vibe to anytime. Okay, I just chill out, pop in some motherfucking Rosie and the Originals, put some fucking Tempries on, the Delphonics. Some of y'all, it's baby making music. I mean, per se, you know what I'm saying? But
we're babies,
bro.
Yeah.
You know what's a trip though is the way, like, if you listen to way back shit, there's a song called Cherry Pie. This motherfucker ain't talking about eating no regular cherry pie. You gotta listen. You had to know what he was talking about. I didn't put in a thumb, and it was just they was really slick about their shit, man. But I mean, it's also a trip how the music is influenced by the culture where they're at. For example, in the South, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, you got like the blues, in Tennessee, and the blues are something I've been listening to different styles of it. I didn't know there were so many different styles. Like you got the blues out from like the Mississippi Delta area, and then you listen to the Chicago type blues. You know what I'm saying? They're like so different, but the shit that they speak on is kind of like the same though. I don't know how to explain it, but gentlemen, I got about 2 minutes left on this first portion of it. Who want to speak on a bit more of the music, because we're about to segue onto how music, well, we're going to segue into something else from there. Does anybody have any other thing about music before we go on?
I got nothing. Other than there was one song that Lee Hunt used to love and used to always tell me to put on whenever we left the gate. He said, play the White Man song. And it was by Tapped. It was that Headstrong song.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
God damn, you scared the shit out of me.
Put that White Man.
That's the song we used to play in the gym or like before football games to hype us up.
Which one?
The Headstrong to take on anyone.
Yeah. Back on, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is the where you belong.
My brother Ed, he was in the Gulf War, and he was a tanker, and he said while they were rolling into Kuwait, they were playing Iron Man inside of the tank because they were in tanks. So I am Iron Man. So I know that I used to love, like, if there was ever a song to fucking the GWAT, the Global War on Terror, what song do you think would be, Lee Hunt?
Bro, like, no shit. 03, we're going in Iraq. We're in a big ass convoy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near everybody's listening to 50 Cent's Mini Man.
No shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, Many Men, wish death upon me. We're just going like, yo, these niggas want to kill us. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think, Lopez? What would be the song that encircles the Global War on Terror, the GWAT, our war?
We listen to a lot of shit, man, but
there's one song. If CCR, Fortunate Son is Vietnam. What song do you think is GWAT?
Man, I really don't know.
What about you, Dowden?
I really don't know.
Outcast, Bombs Over Baghdad.
And I'm gonna blow y'all motherfucking mind away. The one song that is for the GWAT, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Because we even changed the lyrics. Let the Hajis hit the floor. Let the Hajis hit the floor. And with that said, it's going to go ahead and stop this part of the podcast. We'll be right back. And we're going to be talking about Bodies Hitting the Floor by drones that were flying overhead.
This motherfucker.
That was a good setup.
Catch y'all in a minute.
That was a good setup.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for waiting. I know it's been about a second or two since you last heard us. I was making my segue into the next topic, which I sent some reading material to these gentlemen regarding drone strikes and a whistleblower. I was sent this by a nephew, not a nephew, my cousin, and he wanted me to discuss it over the podcast. So I sent it out to Lopez, to Dowden, and to Hunt, and because I wanted to discuss it and see what their opinions are and what they thought of it. And I think that was a good segue, though. You gotta admit that was a fucking badass segue. And Daniel, what you think, bro? Was that a good segue?
I think that was an outstanding. I didn't see it coming. That was a pretty good segue.
Neither did the motherfucking Hajis that got bombed. Damn, that's fucked up. All right, I'm waiting for. All right, here comes Baby D, and then finally we're just gonna wait on Lee Hunt to come in. We're already recording, like I said. I'm just gonna make sure I let them know before they say anything retarded or inappropriate. Dowden, I'm already recording just to let you know. I was letting everybody know about the next topic. What you think of that segue?
That was good. That was good.
That was a good segue, right?
That was good.
Bro, that shit came to me as soon as we were talking about, like, oh shit, let the bodies hit the flow. Yeah. But honestly, that was the song that, to me, anytime I think about let the bodies hit the floor, it just reminds me of fucking of GWAT. And so where's Lee Hunt? Did we lose that motherfucker? I know I sent it to him. Well, anyways, did you guys have an opportunity to read that
Yes.
article?
Yes.
All right. We'll go ahead and start with you, Lopez, since you're on my upper left according to my shit. What you think of that article?
Well, it was nothing new to me aside from the actual person's name, the whistleblower's name. I know that around that time, that's kind of when I started actually like learning politics and getting into politics. And I thought I was something completely different than what I ended up being today.
Right.
But so my issue with it is the inconsistency of what they choose to promote via the media versus what they don't, right?
Well,
so
do me a quick solid. Let me pump the brakes for 1 second, just to let people know what this is about. This is a story of it's called Bless the Traitors, and it's about a guy named Daniel Hale who exposed or leaked out secrets, right? Like classified information to journalists.
He leaked out the watch list, the kill list, basically.
The kill list that Obama had, right? Mm-hmm. And so he leaked this out. And my cousin wanted me to think, to discuss this and what I thought about it being prior service. And being that I have you guys here as well, I wanted to reach out to you all and see what y'all thought. Where the fuck is Hunt? And you go ahead, man.
No, so you remember it was around the same time that Edward Snowden was doing this thing about the Patriot Act and the spying on the U.S. citizens when they weren't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard more about that, but you heard less about the drone strikes. And I found that very intriguing because I knew about it. I knew we opposed to it. I knew about the Anwar Awlaki and then his son, the 16-year-old being killed. I knew about that. That was kind of reported in the right side of news media as opposed to the left side.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a lot of people saying, man, like Obama's out here. He's even assassinating U.S. Citizens, even though they're on foreign soil, they're still U.S. citizens, which in theory should still be awarded the same due process that we all U.S. citizens should be awarded.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew about that. What I did not know was that there was actually intel being leaked as far as who was on his kill list, and that they went into more detail about it actually, because I never knew that that non-combatant citizens were being killed. I never knew that till I read that article you sent me.
Word.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just knew about actual U.S. citizens that were actually taken out via drone strikes. I didn't know that there was non-combatant, non-militant people that were basically casualties of it. So that was news to me.
Right. And Dowden, how about you? What did you think of that report?
It was I'm kind of in agreement with Lopez. That wasn't the Snowden deal was
Lopez
more put out in news because of I think it violated more people's rights than the drone strike stuff. Nobody really cared about the drone strike stuff. War was going on. It is what it is. But I mean, it's like with any war or with any anything you do, even artillery shells can have some collateral damage to a point. I mean, it's an unfortunate part of war, I guess, is about the best way you could sum it up.
Right.
But as that article reads, I mean, they're estimating the tens of thousands of innocent people. That's kind of where I'm like, okay, there's it's being overly used a little bit too much with not enough intel.
Can I say something real quick, and then Hunt, you could talk if you have something to say. But I just wanted to say, this might sound harsh, and like if I have less emotion than a normal person, but I'm not really as concerned with the collateral damage or the people lost, because in a war that's going to happen. It's impossible to stop that. What I'm more concerned with is the punishment of the whistleblower himself, and how that is not being, because we can, if he says, hey, we were killing innocent people, or hey, we were killing US citizens, or hey, we were doing drone strikes that I felt morally were wrong, he should have that right to say that. And I don't think, I think it was on display during the Trump presidency, is we shouldn't punish, we shouldn't oust, we shouldn't do anything to a whistleblower who's coming out and giving the American people knowledge. So that's what I'm more concerned with, more so than the collateral damage that came from that, because I do believe that Obama's intentions, and make no mistake, it started under Bush, but Obama's intentions were pure. Like, I believe he didn't want to, he minimized US casualties, and he wanted to take out some threats. So collateral damage happens. And as fucked up as this may sound, I'd rather they be the collateral damage than US soldiers or military people be the collateral damage.
Hunt.
So my biggest concern is with the whistleblower.
Hunt, were you able to read the little shit that I sent you?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man, it's fucked up. The whistleblowers, like, I don't think they should be technically punished. You know what I'm saying? I do think that there is, they have that whistleblowers protection, whatever the fuck it is, man. Like, and if it's something serious and it needs to be brought to Congress, and the Congress ain't doing their due diligence and not doing their job, then I mean, fuck it. But it you know what I'm saying? I say that, but it kind of seems like I'm being a hypocrite, because some things are still classified. You know what I'm saying? And things need to be classified because it is going to protect national security. But at the same time, that's when there needs to be some checks, real checks in the system, where, like, if somebody has a issue, a general like concern, that they can go to these people and they can go to the right channels. And that person that is doing the whistleblowing can honestly feel like their concerns have been met. Like, somebody really addressed their concerns and like met them before it gets to the point to where, like, there is an Edward Snowden about that gentleman that was trying to protest for Chelsea Manning or whatever. Like, before it gets to that level, somebody is honestly be like, listen, here's your concerns. You have valid concerns. This is what we're going to, or something, man. So it won't get that far. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And I think we're all in consensus as far as the American part in it, that I think the Americans do still deserve their due process. So even if they are claimed to be a terrorist or whatnot, they still need to have their day in court. Even though part of me still thinks that, well, the day that you decided that you were going to be anti-America or death to America, that's the day that you gave away your freedoms to call yourself an American. And, so I'm kind of torn on that one. But the person, give me 1 second, let me give my spiel. But the person that that was protesting that shit in uniform, when he did that right there, he automatically lost my respect. Automatically. I'm not even gonna bullshit y'all, because he already knew he was fucking in the wrong. And you're still active duty and you're protesting in uniform, you know you're as wrong as two boys fucking. So but that's,
now he's speaking on behalf of the military.
Right. You can protest all day long all you want, but don't do that shit in uniform. You know what I'm saying? That's one.
I'm sure there's stuff written inside those military contracts. A lot of that really fine print that no one reads.
So another thing is the collateral damage. Hey, shit happens. Honestly, shit happens. And like you said, we might seem heartless for this, but better you than me. That's the way I figure that. I thought that's the cool shit, and it is going to sound retarded on my end, but when I read about those fucking bombs that they were inactive, but had the fucking blades that chop motherfuckers up, I was like, that shit is badass.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as But I think that this person dropping the dimes that he did, like to Hunt's point, shit's classified for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? So there's lawful orders and unlawful orders. We all know those, right? But this motherfucker didn't seem to be on the end of those orders to have to fulfill those orders. That would have been on the pilots. And why is he dropping dimes on the pilots talking about they're looking at it as a video game? You know what? They're the ones that have to deal with that shit on their conscience. So whatever it takes for them to not have the fucking depression that comes to them, let them handle it however the fuck they do it. Because you know what?
All soldiers do it.
To fucking take a life is not that fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? So let them fucking call them. I thought it was funny when he called them fucking fun-sized terrorists. That shit was fucking funny. But go ahead, Hunt. I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you were trying to say something.
Oh no, you the host, man. You can interrupt. You're supposed to interrupt. You be like, yo, fuck you, shut up. But no,
I'd be racist if I did that.
Yeah, no, but I think like I came in late, but I think Lopez was talking about when
Lopez
the dude. Yeah, he was. If I'm not mistaken, because I came in and you were talking about citizens being hit by the drones. I think you were referring to the that sheikh that was doing his shit with Nadal Hassan and coerced him into doing that shit. Was that who you were talking about?
Awalaki, yeah, but also his son, the 16-year-old.
Yeah. So like, man, I think I kind of like with you on that, man, because it's like, and Lopez, number one, I feel you, man, but like at the same time, man, if he did that, renounced his American citizenship or is talking about death to America, like at the core, he's an American citizen. Right. Like, so if he can do that to an American citizen, what makes you think that they can't do that to a law-abiding American?
And I agree with you on that. I mean, this goes back to the NDAA. For those that don't know what that is, National Defense Authorization Act, where they signed into law that they can detain American fucking citizens without any due process, just on the thought
indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Just on the thought of you being fucking a terrorist. So who's
basically, if the president says, I remember this, it was a big issue of mine. I think me and Hunt actually talked about this at the time, but yeah. So it was basically, if you were deemed a terrorist by the president or his security not detail, his intel agency, then that's all that we needed in order to detain any U.S. citizen on U.S. soil or abroad indefinitely.
I think
you can see how that can corrupt a person.
Right. I think that the biggest issue that the guy was taking, the snitch was taking, was the collateral damage by the fucking drones, the drone strikes.
And I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I have no issues whatsoever so long as it's not happening to the fucking U.S. On a continental U.S. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that said, do I see that influencing our police procedures? Yes, because they already have that shit where they'll deploy fucking drones or whatnot to fucking pretty much spy on you, and yet you can't say nothing because honestly, cheers, my brother, cheers. Hey, to Silky J.
Silk.
RP.
Yes, sir. Just for those unaware, Silky Johnson was one of our peers who who passed away a couple of years ago. Right after Q. So, anyways, but back to the topic at hand. Fucking Silky Johnson. Oh, what's this motherfucker? I know Dowden's talking shit now. I see that laugh. What he done text you?
I ain't done nothing.
Motherfuckers. But no, with that being said, yeah, I mean, I don't care for them dying if they die overseas. I do care about the American list though, because it seemed to be that they had Americans on that list, right? From my understanding of it.
They had Americans on the list where they had like your medical records, fucking DNA, like basically anything you've ever done since they put you on the list is built into that database.
God damn.
Oh shit.
None of us are ever gonna run for government here because we're all fucked somehow or another.
Shit.
What?
I'm just joking. No, I'm too politically incorrect for that.
Dowden, I would post a picture of you with a big ass fucking blue cowboy hat that you wore in Baghdad, and that right there would make you lose.
Just off that one picture alone, all the Mexican votes right there. Bam.
quesadillas for
Politics are
everybody.
dirty, man. Politics are dirty. I don't want no part in actual politics.
Dude,
They'll go through the.
I have a
to get
specific
what they want.
episode for politics, and that's done at the end of the month. And so that's when we will talk politics. And on this one, we try to keep it politic free. It creeps its way into it because it's part of our life regardless. It influences, same as with music, right? Circling back to the music can be influenced by the politics. Think about the Dixie Chicks, how they got canceled because they were country music and they talk shit about fucking G-Dub, you know. And so
back, by the way, now they're just called the Chicks.
Really?
Them bitches.
So they took Dixie out of their name. Now they're just the
They
Chicks.
did.
Hold on. I like what Hunt said, the
I
bitches.
heard what Hunt said, the Dicks.
No, I was like them bitches over there. The Dixie Chicks, they're them bitches. They want to talk about W, so there ain't no Dixies around here in the South. They're just bitches. Call them what they is, them bitches.
Oh my god.
Which is a good point as to like cancel culture. Like that shit's been around. It's always been around.
Yeah, it's just more prominent now, you know, and cancel culture, it's just hating on motherfuckers is all it is. You know, motherfuckers hating on other motherfuckers. Why can't you just be, you know, if you're gonna talk shit. Don't be vague about it. You know, be straightforward, man. I mean, there's like, I'll give you a good example. Comedians. I'm a big stand-up fucking fan, bro. You know,
who's that dude that we talked about?
Which one?
He's a white dude.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yes, funny as fuck.
Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr.
Shirt off?
Bill Burr was on the Chappelle show. He's fucking amazing.
The one that takes his shirt off, that's Bert Kreischer. I've seen him. I took a picture with him.
Bill Burr, yes.
I've been to 3 of his shows. Killed every fucking time.
He's a fucking fool.
And but yeah, but even within the comedic community, the comedy community, they're fucking tearing each other up, man. You know, canceling each other out. Look at poor Louis C.K. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker liked to beat off in front of women. It's not like he did it without asking them. He asked them, "Hey, you cool if I beat off in front of you?" And they were like, "Yes or no." But some bitches didn't like it, so they snitched on him. You know what I'm saying? They damn near took his career away, and he tried to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers still trying to hate on him. Like, first of all, he talked shit about some shit that occurred over there in Florida. I think it was I don't remember exactly what it was, but somebody wasn't too happy with it, so they went and complained about it. Are you serious? You're complaining about Louis C.K. who talked about pedophiles on Saturday Night Live? Did y'all not hear that act? Do you not know who you're gonna go see? Anyways, he better be careful before they drop a fucking drone strike on him. That's what cancel culture is. Cancel culture is a drone strike. Dude, cancel culture is an American drone strike on Americans. That's what it is, bro. Because nowadays you say the wrong fucking thing and the wrong person hears it, and God forbid it's on a podcast like this, they play it to your boss, boom.
Yep.
I mean, there's probably U.S. citizens being assassinated on the daily for something or the other. You just don't ever hear about it if you really think about it.
Well, somebody else got Epstein. I'm just gonna say that.
Bro, Epstein ain't dead. Epstein.
There was another So
he must be with Tupac and Biggie.
The reporter that broke the story about Bill Clinton meeting with Loretta Lynch, who was the head of the DOJ that was investigating Hillary's email. That dude got Epstein. That dude apparently committed suicide. This was like a month ago. He committed suicide. Bro. Real shit. I'm not even making this up.
That's called you've been Hillaried. You've been Hillaried.
You've been Killaried.
Who did Epstein?
Well, here's my thing.
Allegedly.
Dude, you know, and finalizing with the drone strikes, I think we're all in agreement. The ones that got killed, the collateral damage, fuck them. 2 tears in a bucket.
Not my concern. Yep.
Yeah. As long as you ain't doing it to Americans, which I think we're a little bit on the fence as far as like, I mean, not me. I know where you guys stand as far as like, you know, he's still an American, deserves due process. Me, I'm more on the motherfucker left America. He decided he wanted to be a terrorist. All right, there goes your American citizenship. Bye, motherfucker.
Oh, you're on the fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you're on the fuck around and find out list, not the Tide list. You're on the FAFO list.
Yeah.
And with that said, you know, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and come back now to crosstalks. All right, are we cool? Are we cool with closing up the drone strikes?
Well, yeah, because even people in the Aztec were getting Epstein. So yeah,
they weren't getting Epstein. See, you fucked that.
They were getting Epstein. They were getting Epstein.
So here's my theory.
That.
We're gonna go into we're gonna go into crosstalk now. All right. So leading into crosstalk, will be Epstein and my conspiracy theory. Epstein isn't dead. All right. Epstein was okay. Did anybody see an autopsy of this motherfucker?
No.
Did anybody see a body leave the fucking morgue or to the morgue?
No.
Really
So
all that much.
by those standards, nobody's dead.
No,
Unless
that motherfucker ain't dead. Look, he ain't dead, bro. That motherfucker had enough money and dirt on people that I guarantee you that they were like, hey, we're going to get you out of here, but you keep your motherfucking mouth shut. Can y'all, you know, and he disappeared.
That's
What's
plausible.
Jelaine? Where's Jelaine with her fucking information that she had?
That bitch is really, really locked up. They are watching her ass. Like every 10 minutes, somebody's checking on her. Like that now that's fact. Every 10 minutes, somebody's checking on that bitch to make sure you're not finna get Hillary. You're not finna, oh my God, my neck. I slipped and broke my neck. You know,
bro, she accidentally.
You know, this dude, they got Epstein a month ago that broke that story. Mm-hmm. He had just had a top-selling book. He was getting rich, and his wife said he was having a great life, and it's crazy to me.
He got Hillary.
It's crazy to me, man.
We live in an era. We live in an era now that our civilization has all this technology, but yet we can't figure out if a motherfucker hung himself or not. You know, how did the fucking ancients do it? You know, when dinosaurs were walking around and fucking they got ate up. How did they know to stay away from them dinosaurs? I'm trying to fucking segue this bitch, but I couldn't. So anyways, with that being said, we're jumping into crosstalks, y'all. For those unaware, I always give a quick brief on what crosstalk is. Crosstalk is a segment dedicated specifically to conspiracy theories or just shit that's off the wall. You know, fucking money not fucking being backed by gold,
it's not
Martians, aliens, comic books. They
all exist. No, I'm just co-signing everything you're saying. I said they all exist.
Oh, yes, they do. And you know, all of this stems from the conversation that Cruz and I were gonna have during the midweek memos. That we said that we wanted to be the Joe Rogans of the military podcast and touch on every kind of fucking topic. So, in honor, in memory of my boy Cruz, which means cross in English, we called it Crosstalk. So this week's episode of Crosstalk is going to be a continuation of this Sunday's emergency mission that came down. The one right before Hunt went to go bust a cap on a motherfucker, which I got questions about that I didn't want to bring up here because it sounds like you're a little bit trigger happy if you were going to pop a cap on the motherfucker over musical rights.
No. Because like I didn't know what this dude was, because it was a standoff. So I didn't know what you were gonna do. Like I didn't know if you were gonna come to me, if you wanted to just fight, if you had something on you. And I'm not saying like, so say that like somebody pays $10 a month for Texas Legal Shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say somebody pays. I just threw some random shit out there, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like, and say somebody knows that Texas is not a right to retreat state. And to say that, like, not I, but somebody would have a right to defend themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, especially since, like, hypothetically, especially since September 1st is coming up. Like, I don't know who the fuck you are or what you're doing or what your intent is. Right. Especially you're bigger than me. Especially you would hypothetically be bigger than somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
There sure are a lot of hypotheticals in there.
Yes, but this isn't a hypothetical. I want to take a shot. This shot is for Jordan Cruz. Love you, my dude.
Cruz, love you, pimp. You know, I don't wish I still drank. But with that said, let's jump onto this. We were discussing, all right, we're going to start with you, Dowden, and what you think. dinosaurs and human beings coexisting at one time or another. Do you believe that humans and dinosaurs live together?
I do, but not like in the same house.
Motherfucker.
And pet like the Flintstones.
This ain't no Flintstone shit.
Dude, I mean, how do you think
He's right.
Okay, explain.
Well, but that's the thing, right? So I go off of like the research I've been doing, and right now the science points to we did evolve from apes. So I think there's Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Homo habilis,
Sexuals,
Neanderthals, homosexuals.
Sexuals.
But I think that when the Jurassic period, and then there's millions of years where dinosaurs roamed the earth, and you can't tell me that there wasn't some form of ancient human species that coexisted with them, because they were around for so long, and you do have fossilized records of ancient humans being with woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and stuff like that. So I think it's true that they did coexist, but now I'm going into a different, crazier theory to where I believe aliens came and messed around with the DNA and created us to be the more advanced civilized life form. Okay. And they either live in the ocean or they left.
So you believe in the Anunnaki? You believe in the Anunnaki?
Yeah, of course I believe the Anunnaki. Well, it's the oldest civilization that we know of, the Sumerians, right, in the Middle East. The first civilization of humans who wrote this down. They wrote it down for a reason. So of course I believe in the Anunnaki, and the Anunnaki to them is just a god, but it's a god that came from the seas and the air. So if you're an unintelligent life form and you see that, what are you gonna? You don't know what to call it. You don't know when the galaxies and the other planets. Well, they knew about the planets. They knew about the solar system, but they didn't call them aliens. They called them gods because to them that's what they were.
So I'm gonna pause you real quick right there. I don't want to say unintelligent civilization.
Unadvanced. Unadvanced.
I wouldn't say that either, because who's to say they weren't advanced, man?
They did. They had science. They had mathematics. So you're right.
I was just
technology.
I think Lopez is trying to say like to today's standard. That they weren't, civilized.
Well, and here's the problem that I have with that. Who's to say they weren't? Who's to say they weren't? Because honestly, we weren't there back then. They disappeared and now they're gone. I have started to believe that these aliens really live in the fucking oceans. I believe that's where Atlantis is. That's where they're from, and that's where they're chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Atlantis was a real place that was above water.
Right, and I'm thinking that's where they chilling at now. Because I mean, to me, it boils down to this is what it boils down to me. Yeah, you're right. As far as like they didn't know how to articulate, seeing these people coming from the heavens, it's just to them like, God damn, those are gods, chariots of fire, because what was there at the time, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so what happened to these advanced civilizations? Why is there no record of them disappearing? What happened to them? Don't you start, Lee Hunt. I already know where that one's going. That's you gave me that's the Vatican. So
yeah.
But I got theories on them too.
So I disagree about evolving from monkeys. Sorry, I don't buy that.
Okay, but even that's true. Okay, but even hold on, because
no. Let me finish my thought.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
If I evolve from a monkey, why are there still monkeys?
Okay.
Double
because
homicide.
You understand there's different species of monkeys, right? And it's not monkeys, it's apes. We have nothing in comparison with apes. We have 99% compatibility DNA with apes, not monkeys, apes. The apes we didn't even find in the Congo in Africa until recently. Mm-hmm. Asia has orangutans that we have DNA compatibility with. There's different types of species of apes. I don't prescribe to the full theory that naturally we evolved from apes. My theory is that they took a life form here that already had some type of intelligence. Because apes can use tools. Mm-hmm. Apes can think. Apes can take out traps set by poachers.
Mhm.
And what they did was, and there's some type of history or documentation of the Anunnakis creating humans, mixing them with Anunnaki blood, or even messing around with DNA with animals and mixing them with humans. So my theory is that a higher intelligent life form from a different planet, or even maybe the zone that we don't know about today for sure that exists, was messing around with DNA and implanted some of their DNA maybe into these apes, and maybe they use them to do things for them. Maybe they use them to get minerals, natural resources, use them as slaves, the original slaves. I don't know this. This is just a theory, but I'm not saying we 1000% naturally evolved. But what I am saying is that science has proven to me enough that it is possible that we came from apes. And the fact that we have a 99% DNA compatibility with apes, chimpanzees, and orangutans, there's something there.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, we have DNA compatibility with fucking pigs. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
and rats,
so,
but not to the degree that we do with apes.
I'm just saying, I think that I'm in agreement with that. We are a fucking experiment. I do agree with that. I do agree that there was some DNA mixture, and that's why you have certain blood types. Like, oh, you got next, hun. You got next, and hence, you ever heard of the Nephilim?
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. That's where I was gonna go with it.
All right.
Yeah, let me know. I've never heard of it.
Break it down, Hunt.
So the Nephilim were the sons and daughters of the angels that mixed with the children of man. You know what I'm saying? The Bible even talks about the Nephilim. So what happened was you had these rebellious ass angels that came down here, and they were looking at these women and were like, yo, I need some of that. So they got to motherfucking laying that angel D on these women, and they made Nephilims. Now the Nephilims were the giants, and the most famous Nephilim there was Goliath. Goliath was a Nephilim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that's why God gave David the power to kill Goliath with a stone. You know what I'm saying? But
and going with that, it goes back to the theory of they were gods. You know what I'm saying? They saw these, back to the Anunnaki, seeing these aliens as gods. So these angels, if they're gods, then these are their angels. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying that. I think there was a bit of colonization going on there.
I think so too. I think so too.
I don't think it was just I need to give me some of that angel dick. No, I think it was like, I need to give me some of that human pussy, whether she likes it or not.
Rape. No, but y'all talking about, like, it's crazy y'all talking about like ancient civilizations real quick, right? Because damn, 7 minutes. What y'all need to look at.
We're gonna hit another one after this.
What y'all got to look at. I can't remember the dude's name right now, but he wrote in his journal. This is way back in the day. So prior to like 1950s, if you look at the forgot what it's called, man. It starts with the E. But if you look at the books, right, it actually tells about like what's beyond the South Pole. Like if you look at it, like there's a treaty that says you cannot go so far from the South Pole, right? This guy was like, no, man, this shit is hollow. Like there is shit's coming out of this motherfucker. Like there are people living down in this motherfucker. We are not alone. They're down there, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I necessarily believe in hollow earth. Maybe I believe in flat earth.
What?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna keep adding up to this one, Chief.
Yes, maybe I do.
You had me at aliens and hollow earth, but when you said flat.
So I mean, have you been to space?
Nope.
Oh God, your logic is crazy, man.
How is that crazy? It's a question. It's a simple question. Have you been to space?
No, I have not been to space.
All right. So how are we to know that we are not on a fucking inside a dome on
the firmament? It talks about it.
Right.
We are living under a firmament.
So I mean, that's just a question. That's just a question that I have. Who's to say that we're not? We are. If we can think that we're that there's a higher race or advanced race that we
there has to be mathematically and scientifically there has to be.
Okay, so the possibility that this Earth is just flat and we are on a prison planet, who's to say we're not a fucking zoo exhibit?
I think we probably are. I just don't think it's on a
That's
flat
possibility,
sauce.
yeah.
Look at these silly motherfuckers fighting over color of skin.
No flat Earth.
I'm just saying.
I like my titties like I like my earth, flat as fuck.
Well, I mean, you have pilots that fly around the world, right?
What?
If you have pilots that literally fly around the world.
Yeah, and they tell you that there's no curvature. Like they will literally be like, yo, there's pilots that be like, yeah, there's no curvature, man. This shit is fucking flat.
Okay.
But how do you explain going 360 and getting back?
Okay, because they don't go exactly 360 around the equator. They fly close to the shores. All right, they fly. Yeah, bro. Like if you're gonna fly from New York to fucking England, you're not gonna fly directly across because that's just too far away, right?
You gotta go.
So you gotta go over because remember it's supposed to be an oval shape, right? And if you look at the fucking map of the United Nations, take a look at the map of the United Nations and notice the circle around it. Just gonna throw that out there. Y'all do your due diligence. I'm not saying that it is flat.
This shit flat as fuck.
I've never been to space. I'm saying at one time human beings were in the right time. The most advanced human beings thought the Earth was flat, right? But then it was disproven that it was round, right? There was a time that we thought the Earth was the center of the universe.
Sailed into fucking India too.
I'm just
saying.
This
is the shit. Lopez squared is going to be like, well, I forgot what the FDC term is, but you got to account for the rotation of the Earth. And like, no, the shit is flat. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is,
I'm saying it just makes sense that we are circling a red giant star as a spherical object with another spherical object with us circling it.
But
it makes sense to me.
At one time, it made sense that the Earth was the center of the universe. And if you were against that, you were executed.
Yep.
You were exiled. Science has been disproven. That's the wonderful thing about science. It can be disproven.
That's why I hate when people say that science is settled. It's never been settled. Science is always evolving. They're always learning more.
Now, I'm not saying that it's flat. I'm just saying that it's a possibility. Did we land on the moon?
Fuck no.
I don't know. What do you think, Dowden? Do you think we landed on the moon?
Yes.
Space Base 9.
What?
Said you believe we landed on Space Base 9.
Space 9, yes.
I don't even know what Space Base 9 is, but I know that we didn't land on the fucking moon.
Space Base 9 is made up monkey shit.
Oh, why don't you think? Okay, so you said you know that we didn't land on the moon. Why do you believe that?
Because like the time that we were supposed to land on the moon, you got to think about this. The Russians were already far advanced than we were when it came to like rocket technology, right?
Right.
There was a massive coronal ejection the time that the Apollo mission was said to have landed on the moon. They were not going to survive that radiation. It would have fried their systems, and it would have fucking fucked them up. Like there's no way we landed on the moon. How the fuck? There's no wind, no solar winds. There's no wind on the moon, right? Why is there the flag moving? Who the fuck was recording this shit when both of them motherfuckers was in the picture? Who the fuck recorded this shit?
You don't think they might have had cameras on the outside of the rocket?
How did they have it? No, they didn't have it because the shit was, come on, man. And no, this shit, who did it? Who did it? CIA? It was all propaganda because we were losing the fucking space race to the Russians. We had to go ahead. We just came off of World War II, letting everybody know we were the shit as a country. And we were like, we need to motherfucking boost some hua into this fucking shit because we're getting our ass kicked by the Russians when it comes to the rocket.
That's very believable. That's very believable. And the Russians were the first in space. That's very believable.
They were. And it was a dog named Laika. I know that. Don't ask me
Sputnik.
why, but I know that. Huh?
Sputnik was the first thing in space by the Russians.
That was a satellite.
Russians.
Yep. No, and
Russia.
Wholeheartedly. That to me it was propaganda. Because we were fucking losing. We would have lost the fucking Cold War if we didn't fucking go to fucking Hollywood and film that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's just too many questions that have not been answered. And I mean, fuck, I only got 1 minute left. We're gonna have to put a pause to this, and we'll be right back with our last segment. Speaking of the moon landing, I guess, because this shit is not gonna stop. Why don't y'all do some research and look that shit up? See what y'all find. Is it real? Is it not real?
Shit, fake.
Let's find out. See y'all in a minute, motherfuckers. Hey, welcome to part 3 of the midweek memo 150 special episode for me. It's 150 episodes in, and I'm gonna be taking a break. I'm gonna do one more episode after this. I'm gonna have my boy Sanchez come on, and we're gonna chill out and kick back and just do one more shoot the shit. And that'll be episode 151. And then I'm gonna be taking some time off, y'all. So I'll be putting content on the Facebook. As far as like old episodes, I'll be putting up probably like one up daily or one every other day. There's enough episodes to go on for quite some time. I just need a break, y'all. And I hope y'all understand, because 150 back-to-back is a bitch. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this content. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this conversation. It's just something to break the monotony of the everyday bullshit that's out there, y'all. So with that said, let's go ahead and continue. I got Hunt coming on, and I got also Lopez coming on. We just got to wait for Dowden. He hasn't made it on just yet, but I'm sure he'll be on here in a second. So with that being said, we are now back. We're just waiting for Dowden to come on, and let's go ahead and let's get back at it, gentlemen. The moon landing. Honestly, I want to know, why is it? And it's going to tie in as well with the flat earth theory. Why is it that any picture of the earth that's ever been made, the only picture in existence, is the one from the moon landing, and any other picture that you see is just generated by computers? If you can look this up, there is no full earth picture except for the one from the moon landing. Any ones that you see on TV and shit like that, they're just generated by NASA. That's why you'll never see a real fucking picture of the earth. So
I'm gonna have to look that up. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, bro. They'll tell you, like, you know, they don't have any. What they do is they take pictures upon pictures and layers. Like, motherfuckers have gone in there and photoshopped the shit and, like, you know, figured out, oh yeah, this shit ain't real. This has been photoshopped. These motherfuckers have been photoshopping since before Photoshop. And here's my thing about the moon landing, bro. Here's my thing about.
Well, there's a theory about the moon landing and it being photoshopped, and they show like the contrast and stuff like that.
So my thing about this shit is the moon, honestly, in my opinion, is more than likely a space base. It could be a base from where motherfuckers be coming over here on their little road trips. It could be a fucking, you know, a stop. It could be a fucking a rest area. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, are we all in agreement that there is life outside of Earth?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, the Peruvian motherfuckers out there making these goddamn signs for millions. I mean, well, where there's no hills, and we're able to make all these goddamn designs for them. A space alien looking motherfucker too. They gotta exist. So we're on agreement.
You talking about like crop circles?
Nah, bro. I'm talking about the fucking the lines, the Nazca lines, I think they're called.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
there was an advanced knowledge, even in ancient world with no known technology. There's advanced knowledge of the solar system, the universe, planets, fault lines in the world, and shit like that. Like that's what makes me believe the theory of them coming in and kind of creating us is because how do we know all that, especially that far long ago? And that if we were able to do all that, then what we can do now, including build pyramids, how come that didn't thrive and keep going? How come they're not the greatest civilization today? How come they just went off in the wind and now we built up from nothing?
And that's why I say we're able to put a motherfucker on the moon, but we're unable to do shit here on Earth. So the moon shit didn't happen. Go ahead, Hunt.
Yeah. So they're called the Dogon tribe. Y'all have to look that up. The Dogon tribe. The Dogon tribe in Africa. These were like ancient ass people. They mapped out the solar system years and years and years and years and years ago. Like Dogon people. You can look that up. They're the ones that mapped out the solar system, and they talked about a lot of this shit, and they had a little good technology about that shit. And remember, I told y'all real quick, we're gonna still get on the moon shit. But I was telling y'all about that the pilot that was documenting his journey to the South Pole, to the Arctic. His name was Richard E. Byrd. All right. He actually, let's see, he died in 1957. He was a naval pilot. He was an American naval pilot and explorer. You know what I'm saying? And he wrote in his journal about everything he saw. So once again, not only to you gentlemen, but your listeners too, Richard E. Byrd, y'all need to go ahead and research about him, man, because like his journal and everything is crazy. And apparently it was like one of the Hillary things. Hillary was acting crazy in 1957 as well.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic about shit here. The world is, well, let me go back to the Earth. Well, my shit on the moon. The moon, it's just, I think, it could be, I think there's people that probably live inside of the moon. That's just my shit.
The Martians?
Not Martians, because that'd be Mars.
Moon man.
But
are there, what do you call earthquakes on Mars?
So Mars would still be.
You gonna let us know?
They would still be land quakes.
Mars quakes.
No, they'd be land quakes because the earthquakes are because of the earth means dirt, literally.
The earth.
That's like
Earth
saying
is my planet. Earth is my planet.
Earth, my planet.
You never see Malibu's Most Wanted?
What the? Oh God. Yes. So, but anyways, back to the South Pole. And well, anyways, let's move on from that. Civilizations, ancient. Let's talk about it. Who discovered? Well, you know what? Who wants to talk about ancient civilizations first? Tell me about your Taino people.
Oh, so the Tainos are not very much unlike the Mayans and the Aztecs and the other Caribbean and Central American tribes.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between the Taino people was that they were part of Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. They were a larger group of natives, and they were peaceful. They were mostly hunter-gatherers, just fishermen. And that's why they were the easiest and the first to be slaughtered. Whereas like the Mayans and the Aztecs, they would fight back. The Taino people didn't really believe in that. They basically just lived off the island, lived off the land, lived off the sea, the fish. And they're actually closely related to the Arawakans from North America.
Okay. Right on.
But ancient lifestyles, they lived very primitively. Like they didn't have they weren't like the Mayans and the Aztecs building temples and structures and stuff like that. They didn't do those things.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. Have you guys seen that one island that anybody that tries to get to it, they start their asses and out?
Goofy fucking white people try to have a mission trip up there and they all died.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, they try to like bring Jesus to them people, but yet still them people get brought to Jesus.
We've understood Jesus. That's where you're going.
Yeah.
Do we know what island this is?
Dude, I don't remember the name of it, but they are the only people that have not changed or adapted or been in contact with. No one they get in contact with them.
Oh, you're talking about the people like in somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, like the people.
Malaysia, somewhere.
Yeah,
it's something like that, and they're like, listen, the whole main body government over there is like, listen, don't fuck with these people. Leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah, they're literally like shooting arrows and spears into the boats as they're floating down the river. Yeah.
The North Sentinel Island, cut off by modern civilization and only inhabited by the Sentinelese, has been untouched and has managed so by being protected by the Indian government.
Well, yeah, because if you go over there now, you're gonna be the what is it, Hunt? The
faithful?
No, what are you calling Dowden? The
colonizers.
Colonizer.
Colonizer.
Why you gotta go to Dowden for that?
They're gonna bring diseases. They're gonna bring diseases and shit to these people. Just try to kill these people off.
They're gonna bring the Rona.
Dowden's gonna bring smallpox and shit to these motherfuckers. Here's some blankets.
Hold on. But
some Jesus blankets.
Why was it that he went to Dowden and asked, "What are they called? What are your people called?"
Yeah, the colonizers.
Because I kept calling them that. Yeah.
Oh,
we are having too much fun here. Okay, speaking about colonizer, man. The Earth was colonized by aliens. We agree on that.
Got the long dick of the aliens.
Now, what do y'all think about
I did want to say, hold on, real quick. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I did want to say Hunt had a point in that last stream you guys did where he wasn't 100% correct. The black people weren't here before the natives, but there has been history proven to be shown that Egyptians made it here before Columbus, that people from the Nordic made it here before Columbus, and even maybe so that the Knights Templar made it here before Columbus. Real shit.
I know.
When the water levels went down on the East Coast, there was a stone uncovered, a giant stone uncovered with the signature X with the mark through it, which is supposed to represent the bloodline of Christ, and then that mark on the X was supposed to signify the bloodline, his son, continuing on, and that was a sign of the Knights Templar, and it was carbon dated back to before Columbus even made it to the Americas.
No, I wasn't laughing about that. But Egyptians, though, niggas, is in Africa. Like, it's on the country. Like, listen, are you?
But they weren't here before the natives, but they did make it here before Columbus.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, like, that's what I don't understand. Like, and that matter of fact, y'all want to talk about conspiracies. We can talk about why Hillary and Obama and the rest of the world wanted to kill Muammar Gaddafi. Because he was like, yo, as Africa, we need to come together. Like, fuck the Rockefellers. We're going to have our own central bank. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do that shit. And Hillary and Obama and the Rockefellers were like, listen, we're not going to let these uppity Negroes get this country together and kick us out and get all these minerals and resources. They are, listen, they're African. It don't matter if you're Libyan, Egyptian,
Negroes.
They're Africans. They are Africans. Plain and simple. I'm like, are you gonna say I'm a Texan? No, I'm an American. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna say Dowden's a fucking a Kentuckian? I mean, an Arkansasian?
I'm saying you're preaching to the choir, Chief. I'm the type that says that Elon Musk is African American, and people get pissed off.
No, he really is African American. He is from South Africa, and he came to America. Like, I am an American. I am not fucking African American.
I had a soldier named Gilday. He was from South Africa. He is African American.
What did you say?
I had a soldier named Gilday.
What did you say?
Oh, I thought it was pronounced something else.
Wasn't there a South Wasn't there a South African white guy who got a NAACP like scholarship? Or
nah, man, you think about Rachel Tolazar or whatever her name is.
No.
Rachel Tolazar, that's my boo.
Look this up. I'm being so serious. There was a white South African guy who applied for like a United Negro Fund scholarship and got approved or something like that. And then when they found out he was white, they took it back.
That's fucked up.
Real shit. I'm not even making that up,
dude.
And he was African.
But not in America's eyes.
He had my pasty skin, apparently.
Yeah, if you did you get your microphone yet, motherfucking Dowden?
Yeah, but I'm in the hotel, man.
You didn't bring it with you?
No. I packed up Monday morning because I didn't want to leave.
Dude,
fucking hood.
Well, gentlemen, let's go ahead and start wrapping this one up here. It's starting to fizzle out. I think that it's definitely gonna open up for more conversations about flat Earth. It gives us time to go ahead and research. You know, is the moon a fucking hollow spaceship? Could it be the Death Star? I don't know.
White one to throw us off.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, it's out there. Those thoughts are out there. Those theories are out there. That's the wonderful thing about the internet, that you can go ahead and fucking pretty much make any kind of crazy ass theory up, and then you can Photoshop some shit. So we're about to start wrapping this bad bitch up, man. You know what? In the following the TikTok fucking shit, Dowden, what's one conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe?
A conspiracy theory? I don't get into conspiracy theories, though, man.
Well, you think about it.
You see me chasing my fucking kids around all the time. I get tired.
That's true. You ain't got time. Okay, the Mandela effect. That's not one you might think about.
That's not a theory, I don't think. I think that's actually factual.
It's true.
All right.
He said a fact.
Lopez, what is one conspiracy theory that a lot of people don't believe, but you 1000% believe?
I believe aliens are here among us. I believe we are part of alien DNA in some way, some form down the line. We are aliens. We are not this earth is not of ours. I think we were implanted here in some way or some form.
Hunt?
Black people are the original Hebrews, the original Israels, the Jews, not the Jewish people that are here today. We're not Jewish.
They are.
We are the original Hebrews, and it even talks about how we're going to be scattered and all this other stuff. And I believe that y'all should bow down and worship me.
Damn, black Israelites up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, nah, hey, K-Wall would like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But no,
there's truth to that.
But I do believe we are the original Israelites.
What'd you say, Dowden?
That I'm about to give him a little Dowden is what he's about to get.
Well, one conspiracy theory that I don't believe is that black folks think that they fucking started everything and, you know, for some reason are the fucking originators of everything. Pretty soon you're gonna be telling me that Mayans were black too. So nah, brother, that ain't gonna happen, Chief.
If you look at the Eve gene,
Here we go.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
you know, the Eve and the Adam gene, they didn't live at the same time. So the original man and the original women were from different time periods.
The Eve gene
are we gonna start talking about Lilith up in this bitch next?
Lilith? Oh boy, yeah, Lilith. That's something crazy.
And they were black.
And we'll talk about that on the next time. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for being here and joining us on this 150th episode of the On the Gunline podcast, man. It's been a fucking treat. I think Hunt
Epstein did kill himself.
Was that?
My conspiracy theory is that Epstein did kill himself.
Damn, you're the only one that thinks that shit. I think Hunt has been on about 149 of 150 episodes.
yeah, pretty much.
But hey, y'all, thanks for being on here, Lopez, Dowden.
Thanks for having me.
Listeners, thank y'all for fucking being here with me. Stay tuned for the last episode, which is going to be on Friday, where my boy Sanchez is going to come on and hang out with me. And we're going to end it right with episode 151, just like a Bacardi rum, baby. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention to it, listen to it, and we'll catch you next season. Go ahead, Hunt.
If I can, this is your show, but because you are wearing that shirt, and I know you want to take you a break, but in honor of it being 155, how about you take your break after that last 155 mission?
Damn. Man. Why couldn't I go light fighter style and just go after 105?
Yeah, right.
Damn. All right. You know what? We'll go to 155. We'll go to 155, and then we'll take.
And the rounds will be complete. End of pause X.
There you go. We'll do a pause X at 155. Then, motherfuckers. Now I gotta find more content. All right, y'all. If y'all want to hear some more of this shit, y'all make sure y'all write us at onthegunline@gmail.com. Go on and fucking follow me on the Tickety Talk. Follow me on the fucking Instagram. Follow me on the Facebook, on the Twitters. And make sure, if y'all haven't heard it yet, go check out the Average G.I. Joe podcast. I was as a guest on it. I haven't listened to it because I don't like to hear myself. But
good.
My understanding is Dowden heard it, and he said that you should put a fucking counter for how many times I say fuck.
That's a true story right there.
Make sure y'all go check that guy out, man. Adam is a fucking cool-ass sailor dude. He was here with us on the last episode. And my last plug is going to be for Red Leg Custom Woodworks. He's the one that does the fucking, he does these rounds. They're about yay high, though.
Makes them out of hard wood.
I don't know if Hunt's getting this reference here. Did you get that one?
No, I am inebriated.
It's about yay high.
Oh, okay. I got you now. I got you now. Okay.
Anyways, some people might know what that means. But with that being said, hey, y'all, seriously, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the support. Make sure y'all go check out the fucking merch. It's on the gunline at gmail.com. They'll find a link there also on the Facebook and on the Instagram.
It's merch.
Lopez, Dowden, Hunt, thank you once again for being here with me, gentlemen. And by the way, Lopez, thank you for cutting that fucking hair off. Dude.
You were right though. My hairline was receding. I had to.
Oh, man.
Hey, baby, you look more manly. Thank you.
AFTC is better than Bravos. Bye.
Yeah,
This
lies.
motherfucker.
That's a conspiracy theory right there.
No, look how good. He tried to say bye and hang up, but he couldn't even fucking find a goddamn dial to turn it off on.
That's a conspiracy theory. That's a fucking conspiracy theory for your ass right there.
Here's a conspiracy
Y'all take it
theory.
easy, gentlemen.
All right, brother. Here's my conspiracy theory. 13 Bravos don't need 13 Deltas or Juliets. We can fire on our own.
Fuck
All
it.
right, gentlemen. With that being said, rounds complete and a mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.
Bye.